beautiful, all those things that they put out there. Yeah, I'm Dawn.
I'm Iris.
So we're going to talk about a single head, we're going to talk about networking, we're going to talk about a multi-head. Maybe help you along with some decisions you're going to make, or need to make, or should make, or where you should be as far as embroidery. Yep. So we're going to start off with a single head. It's a single head, obviously, 15 needle. 15 needles is a huge benefit, 15 colors. Less time you waste changing colors, the more time you will be running your machine making money. It's a 1501C. C is for compact. But don't let it fool you. It has one of the largest sewing fields in our industry. We're going to show you what comes with the machine. Iris, the hoops.
So if you don't already own an Avancé 1501C, you do get several hoops. You get 2 of each, of a 9, a 12. We have our 15 on the machine right now. You will also get a 20, a 12 by 12 inch jacket back. And then you will also get your 21 by 14, which is nice for patches. If you want to do a bunch of patches, you can do it on this. Or blanket, towels. You'll also get a frame
For caps.
You'll get 2 cap hoops. You'll also get this attachment. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, this will allow you to hold heavy items like blankets or just anything.
Jackets,
jackets,
luggage, duffel bags. It'll give you some support while you're embroidering. There's not many compact machines out there that do have an insert like this. It's very easy to insert. We give you a 2-year warranty, parts and labor, 5 years on major components. That's like one of the longest in our industry as well.
In the industry, yes.
We stand behind our equipment at ColDesi, and that's why we can offer you such nice warranty. Support is a lifetime. So for as long as you have your machine, you have a question, you need something, we're here to help you. Our support department is one of the largest in the industry. You can contact them by phone, email. If you send them something and they're busy, they can shoot you, a couple of videos right away, see if they can help you out. Our support site has questions and answers on it as well. So if it's over the weekend and no one's here to assist, you might be able to just look up what's occurring right on our website, and it's there. And again, videos. We have 700-800 videos on YouTube to help our customers as well. And then the customer apparel. I see it all the time, people helping other people with their equipment, right?
Yep, absolutely. The best part about us also is that you build a relationship with your sales rep. So sometimes we may or may not have an answer for you, but if you want to try us, we can try and help you out. When we were talking about all of the hoops that come with the machine, you also get 15 cones of thread. I don't know if you can see that. You get 15 5,000 meter cones of thread. As you can see, you have your LCD panel. And I don't know if you can see that because I can't see it. There's something blocking me.
Iris, I'm going to stop you for just a second.
Okay. My microphone?
Every time the phone hits one of the wires or something like that.
Okay, so you have your LCD panel where you can see your preview stitch. You can also switch from flat to cap. So there's a bunch of stuff on here, pretty easy to maneuver, and you'll learn all of that in your training.
We have an option of doing online training, or you can come see us in Tampa, and we also have a location in New Jersey.
Yes.
The training is for 2 days, 2 full days. Well, we have a question. All right, let me see.
One moment while we try to click on this.
Oh, there
here.
it is. Okay.
Okay. Yes, we do. Someone is asking if we have a trade-up program, and we do. When she said we stand behind our product, we do. It's a 2-year trade-in, so within 2 years, if you outgrow that single-head embroidery machine, which we hope you do, you can trade in for a 4-head or a 6-head, and it is 100% within the 2 years. So if you invest $11,000, then we will credit you that portion towards a multi-head and you pay the balance.
And it happens. It happens more often, well, not as often as we'd like, but it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
I had a company who bought a single head, a scrub company, bought a single head for me in November. And last month, they were already ready for their forehead.
Mm-hmm. And I believe I may have someone on here. I'm not going to call him or her out, but it looks like they're possibly getting ready to move into a multi-head, and we're talking probably within a year. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We love to hear it.
Yep. Well, we got another question.
Coming in left and right.
Thanks. We know where the button is now. Can you read that?
Yep. How does your software compare to other competitors?
The software that we use is Sierra, Stitch Liberty, is the one that we recommend. There's one that can come with it for free, but it's only for a year, and it's web-based. The Liberty is a one-time purchase. It's not a huge amount. It's $7.99. It's one of the best softwares out in our industry. It's kind of like a tree trunk as well. So when you when you start with embroidery and then you want to, add some bling, or you want to add the cutter, I mean, you could send it from Sierra Liberty to Hotfix, your designs, easily as well. It's easy to work with. Digitizing is not the easiest thing in the world. I'm not going to say you're going to pick it up like that.
There's a learning curve, but you'll get it. Once you do, it'll be quick. We have another question. Do you have a compact two-head machine? We do not. You can purchase a single head and then purchase another single head and network, which we are going to show you about network in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there's another question. Is there an onboard memory or USB? Yes, there is. On the side here, there's a USB panel where you can insert a USB key and download your designs.
Yeah. There's a memory on board as well.
And there's also a memory. It holds 200 designs or
2 million.
2 million stitches.
Yep. And we're going to show you an example of the software a little bit later as well, so you can get to see it. What was the next question?
Somebody also is asking how easy it is to take to a show. It is a machine that you can, that will travel. It's a little heavy. You might need 3 people to lift it and put it in your, 2 people.
Like
to put in the back of your truck, because it weighs about 175 pounds.
But it comes apart.
And it comes apart. Yep.
Yeah.
This literally comes off.
Yeah, these legs are not bolted in, so it comes in 2 pieces. It's on wheels as well. So once you get it down out of your vehicle, you'll be able to wheel it right to where it needs to be.
Correct.
All right. Did we get them all, Iris? Because
yes, we got all of
the
questions. You can go ahead and click those off so we don't get confused.
Okay. Thanks. If you have any more, just keep them coming.
Keep them coming, yeah, absolutely. Did you want to talk about the network since we mentioned it?
Yeah, absolutely. We have it networked together on the benefit of networking. Okay. Now, 2 single heads are not going to be for everybody. You might actually need to go to a multi-head. However, 2 single heads, say you start off with one and 6 months down the road you add another one, you have 2, your 2 years starts all over again from the time you purchased your last single head machine. So you get a full 2 years on that trade up that we've been telling you about, that 100%. So you could trade one up, keep a single for your samples, your customizing, and then your multi-head for your corporate, your repetitive jobs, obviously. The benefit of having this, like I said, this might be a better option for some people. Okay, so what you do is with the Ethernet cord from your computer, you're going to send the design to both machines. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the same design to both machines, but as you can see, we don't have it set up the same way. We have, Iris?
We have a cap on this one,
and then we have a flat over here. So you do have the option, you could do a bag or whatever the case may be. It doesn't have to be both, on a multi-head machine, you have to run all your flats at the same time. You have to run all your caps at the same time, okay? Another advantage of networking is the flexibility. If you don't have room, or if you do want to take one off to the trade show and leave one at the shop and keep your business going still, so you're not shut down for 3-4 days. Hey, I got a trade show. It's going to hold up orders. The last thing you want to do is hold up your customers' orders. Okay, this is how we get business. We get business because people call us. They've been outsourcing for years, and they're tired of waiting 2-3 weeks for their orders. They're calling us. They want to know how much the machine is, how much they can make off of it, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to sell on machines. And on average, a single head machine, you're looking at anywhere from $35 to $50 an hour. You got two, obviously $70, $100, you're just doubling it. Okay? You're looking at a 4-head, then you're looking at $200 an hour. 6-head, $300 an hour. And the time that it takes is just, but we'll get into multi-heads. I don't want to get too far into multi-heads just yet. But so the flexibility, you don't have the space in the shop. Say you have, enough room for 2 here, but, you can put 3 in another room. You could still network them, the whole 5 of them or however many you need together. And, multi-heads aren't that small. Obviously, they're usually around, 10 feet? 10, 11 feet long in length? Okay. And like 36 inches wide. So not everybody can fit a multi-head in their home or in their shop or in their garage, wherever you may be working. So networking might be for you. And if you're doing more customs, you don't have to send the same design. You could send 2 different designs. Correct. 2 totally separate jobs. You could do 5 separate jobs if you had 5 of them lined up. Doesn't matter, okay? With a multi-head, you're looking at same job, each head, okay? Mm-hmm.
Another benefit is if you have a design that you don't want your employee to get a hold of, okay, it's an exclusive design, you want to have control of it, so you can go ahead and send that over to the machine, and this way they can't go and copy it.
Copyright.
Okay.
That's a good point. Because if you give them a thumb drive, they can do whatever they want with that thumb drive. So if you send it over yourself, they have nowhere to, unless they have a thumb drive, I guess, in their pocket. Can they backload it? Nah, well, they could. Hopefully they don't. Okay, don't tell them that. Okay, another thing is the independence of these machines. Okay, I mean, down the road something could happen and you need a part. Okay, when you need a part for a multi-head, you are going to, your machine could be down. But if you need a part for one of your single heads that you have networked together, you're not down. You have all your other single heads going. Okay, so that's something to consider as well.
Okay, we do have a question. Will they all do caps too? Yes, they will do caps. You can switch from flats to caps.
They do both flats and caps.
And the next question from Dell is, can you control 1, 2, 4, 6 heads from a PC or laptop?
1, 2, 4. You mean if you had multiple single heads? Is that what you're asking? Because, yeah, you can control as many single heads as you have from one laptop. Okay? And that's another thing is it increases, it'll increase your uptime by, like I said, if something happens and one breaks down. Also, with individual units, when you have a thread break. When you have a thread break on your multi-head, the machine stops. And who knows how long it's going to take you to realize that they've stopped, So when you have a thread break on networked single heads, they're still going. The other machines are still going, doing what they need to do. So it's a little bit that, it'll help increase your uptime with that. Do we have another question?
Okay, I hope we answered your question. Also, there's one more. Can I have them in separate rooms?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely. You have to have cords, though. I mean, whether you, put the cord.
They have to be connected.
Yeah. Whether, bore a hole and, put it through a wall or, we do that here for, like, compressors and things. So, yes.
And if we had one of them 30 feet long.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the big advantages to the to networking the machines is if you're in your house, you know, you can fit an unlimited number of single heads through your front door and spread them all over your house and have a 12 head with 3 in your kitchen, 2 in your office.
3 in your kitchen.
Right. But if you want a 4 head or a 6 head or a large or a multi-head machine,
Definitely.
you know, that's a special arrangement.
Absolutely.
You have to have the space for it. It's not breaking down, okay? So those are some of the differences, you know, and it's a great option that you can network them. Like I said, it's gonna save you time. You have uptime. Your uptime is gonna increase. What else? We'll move on to.
No, if you guys want to see how we can send 2 different, send a design to each machine, we can do
we'll
that
do that.
now.
We'll do that first.
Let's see it work.
We will send same design over to both machines. You ready?
Sure.
And I'm so excited because I can even do it.
He's looking at us. And we learned how to do it today too.
We are going to switch you to the screen so you see what we're working on. And like Mark mentioned earlier, if you lose it, down at the bottom you have a little blue snowflake. Just click on the snowflake and you should be able to see the screen. So what we'll do is we'll open up the Avancé EMB software. Once you have your design done, you'll be able to load it here. For example, like Dawn and Iris were saying earlier, if you took one machine to a trade show and you left the other one back at the shop, you leave your software back at the shop, communicate that way to that machine at the trade show, you'll have just your EMB software with a USB of your designs. So what you'll end up doing is, you know, if you click on baseball, you'll see the baseball. You do the ColDesi employee. So what we have here, we have this design. Right now I've got 2 machines. Depends on what you have, how many you have linked up. It'll show here, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, with the IP
16.
address. 16, you'll see all of them show up here with the IP address. You know, like I said, we'll load our design. Choose what machine you want to load it to. Click on download. It will then send it directly to that machine. Click on the other one. Click on download. Send it to the other machine. And you can't see the embroidery machines right now because you are looking at the TV screen. But it'll pop up with a menu saying transmitting. And that's pretty much it, getting it to the embroidery machine from your computer. Yeah, is once they're linked up, it's simply selecting your design, choose what machine you want to send that design to, and choose download. And you know, if you got 16 of them, like Mark said, just choose your designs, send them directly to that machine, have your employees run those machines throughout the day, and you're staying on your computer working on your next design.
All right, so what he was doing was tracing out his design. Now he's got the machine running.
Select this one.
So let's talk about when it should be time to add a machine or go to a multi-head.
I mean, most people outgrow their machines, and the way you know is when you can't get that job done on time, you're taking a lot longer, you know.
When you're not seeing daylight.
Exactly. You're
No
just constantly
vacations.
working. Yep. That's when you say, you know, I'm getting ready to move over to a multi-head. We do have a question.
They want to know if it will be
missed-
aired again. If Mark records it properly, then yes, we can send you a link and you can watch it over again.
And if not, call your sales, your account manager, and they will be more than happy to send you maybe something that we did before, or talk to you about it on the phone. Not a problem.
Yeah, and you know, I talked to a lady just a couple weeks back. She was doing hats that were 15,000 stitches. Each hat was taking approximately 28 minutes on her single head. It's going to take, we calculated, it was going to take her, just to do one job, it was going to take her like seven working days. 7. So now, in the meantime, she got any orders coming in, and you know, and she doesn't have time to market. She doesn't have time to do much of anything except, you know, work on her big order with her one single head. She had a multiple head machine or 2 machines, you know, 2 machines.
Cut that time in half, yeah.
Cut it down to 3.5 days. People don't want to wait for their finished products, you know.
Not just that, you're losing money. If you think about it, she's spending 7 days doing one job.
Yeah.
you have to turn away everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and or tell them, you know what, it's going to take me 2-3 weeks, you know, to get your product. And no one wants to hear that, not in today's world. People want things instantly, you know. They don't want to wait.
Quick. Here's a hat that we did. I don't know if you can see that. You know, some people want designs on the sides.
Yeah, the caps, you can do 270 degrees, so it's ear to ear. And about 3 inches tall on a cap. Okay. You can also do puff embroidery. We have a puff hat example to show you as well, which is very popular right now.
Here's a puff hat. Okay. So our machine can do that. 3D puff. Yep. Okay, and it's basically a foam that you would put under here, and then sew over it.
Yep. Do you want to bring it closer so they can see it a little
I
better?
can. I don't know where I am here.
Okay. So we have another question.
Answer that one?
Okay. Does the software allow for puff or 3D designs? Yes, that is what we just showed you.
Yeah.
This hat right here is done in puff.
You run an outline stitch. You place the puff over it. You just basically tape it on there.
You tape it right here.
Kind of like applique, and then you start it up again, and it will stitch over the puff, making it raised.
Yep. And then when you're done,
it peels right off.
peels right off.
Yeah, it stitches it right off. If you need to tighten it up a little bit, you can hit it with a little heat gun, just tighten up the stitches, tighten up the puff. There was another question. Did you erase it?
Here's the answer.
Oh, we did? Okay. So yeah, the puff hats are going to be real popular. I mean, it's just something that everybody's wearing right now.
Machines are not really loud. It's cool going.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, that, and Sean brought it up. We're talking to you right now. We've got 2 machines going. You can still hear us. These machines are great.
Yeah, especially for at home. If you have small kids, you don't have to worry about them being woken up because, you know, you're trying to work at hours that they're sleeping. So.
And we do have customers that do that, just so you know.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of moms and dads that work from home and start their business and out of their houses, and why not? I mean, the overhead is going to be a lot less for you, obviously. And then for people who have shops, okay, the most expensive portion of embroidery is going to be your labor if you're hiring somebody. So let's just say a design takes 5 minutes to sew out. And you're paying someone, you know, $12 an hour, and you can make 12 of those per hour. You have to allocate, obviously, your labor expenses, so you would be allocating $1 per shirt, bag, whatever the case may be, just to pay your employee, okay? But now, say you have a 4-head, and you're doing 4 times the quantity in an hour. Now you're only allocating and paying that employee 25 cents per item.
Yep.
So embroidery is about time, and it's about labor, and your consumables, not so much. I mean, consumables are expensive. 1,000 stitches is like 1/3 of a penny. Your backing, you know, a piece of backing is, 5 cents. A spool of thread, you get how many stitches out of that spool of thread? 2 million?
Yeah, about 2 million.
2 million stitches out of a $7 spool of thread.
Yeah.
So,
Cone, it's a cone, not a spool. 5,000 meters.
So yeah, it's going to be about your time. It's going to be about your labor costs if you're paying someone, obviously, or you got to pay yourself too. So, you know, you want to consider all of that. And of course, what does our redneck friend always say? If it's not making noise,
It's not making money.
not making money.
Okay, we have some more questions. Someone is asking, is there a big difference in the price of a multi-head and the networked ones?
Okay, so, you know, we do give you a discount for 2, for when you buy two together, okay? But yeah, there is a big difference. I mean, when you get up to a single head, you're looking at like 11,000, let's say, on average, okay? When you get to a four head, it drops to 7,000 per head. When you go to a six head,
It drops to like
5,800.
5,800.
5,800 a head. So it is cheaper to buy, a multi-head than to buy single heads. But it depends on your business, like we said. Your business has to, be of multiple designs. If you're into customs and, doing tons and tons of customs every day, multi-heads are not for you.
Okay. We have another question from Patricia. She's asking, I have a 10-head enterprise and really need to make money. I am on disability. Okay, so I need all the help I can. Where do you get the puff from? Okay, the puff you can purchase through our sister company, Coleman and Company. They sell the 3D puff foam, and they also sell the 3D puff software. Okay, so that is purchased again through our sister company, Coleman and Company.
Yeah.
Then we have another question.
And we have videos online that can show you how to use it.
Yes.
On YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is ColDesi Coleman on YouTube.
Okay, and then I do need to know how to charge.
Or, you really have to shop your market, okay? A lot of people charge $1 per 1,000 stitches, depending on, it just depends on the logo. But you do have to shop your market to find out what everybody else obviously is charging, okay? There are some standards that we can send you. If you'd like, just email us.
And there's also at least 2 or 3 of the podcasts
That talk about it.
specifically about placement.
Okay, we have another question. Do you guys have on-site training for the multi-head? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We come to you
That's a great.
for 2 days.
Yep.
Single head,
Installation and training done at your location
yeah,
For multi-heads.
for multi-head.
for multi-heads.
Because our single heads, they're ready to go.
Yeah, the single heads we test, we put 300,000 stitches on them before they even leave. So basically, all you need to do when you get your machine is raise this thread rack right here and put your stand together. If you knew how to embroider, you'd be ready to go.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that.
Okay, the hoop for the hats, how low does it allow the stitching to get to the hoop? Half an inch or about three quarters away, something like that. Yeah, because you have to remember that you have the little metal piece that goes over the stitching area, or what we call right above the bill, and then you have the presser foot. So
You
don't want to hit that.
Every embroidery machine is going to have that amount because you
Okay.
have to have that distance for the presser foot.
And then how do backpacks for schools sell, and where do you get decent quality blanks at a reasonable cost? There's quite a few blank apparel distributors out there. Just to name a few, there's Alpha Broder. They're one of the largest distributors in the blank apparel industry. There's Sanmar, Augusta Sportswear, TSF Sportswear, Virginia Tees, Heritage Sportswear. There's a bunch.
Yeah, but Patricia, if you're already in business, or Mark, whoever asked that question,
Clark.
then you should really listen to the podcast and go to the
Facebook.
Custom Apparel Startups Facebook group.
Go to Facebook.
For answers to those questions.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Everybody's willing to provide you information to where they go, who their favorite apparel distributor is.
But Sanmar is awesome.
They are.
So you can see we're done with our flat. We're just waiting on our cap. It's getting there. We have another
With the flat,
question.
you've already loaded to the job into the embroidery machine. So you've already centered it, you've already traced it. Since you get 2 of the same size hoops, you've already got your next garment hooped. Take that one off the machine, put the next one on, press start, let that one go. Same thing for the caps. You got 2 cap frames, so all one's sewing. You're hooping the other one. So when that one's done, same thing. Pull it off, put the next one on, press start.
You have your little production
Oh,
going.
cool, thank you.
You have your little production
Our
going. So,
Avancé does an amazing job on large fills and very fine print, okay? It's a price point, right in the middle. We're not the lowest, but we're definitely not the highest. But what we give you is a good quality machine that we stand behind for a very long time, for as long as you have it. And we give you the support you need. We give you the training you need. Because after training, I wanted to mention too, the guys have what we call Tech Talk. Once a week, you can get into a webinar, just like we're doing now, but you'll be able to ask, if it's just one-on-one, sometimes there's just one or two people in there, they'll open up the mics and it'll just be like an open type of forum conversation. So anything you're struggling with, whether it's a design, whether it's hooping a hat, they're going to assist you. They're going to help you along with your learning curve, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, most companies will train you and then they're like, okay, bye. Good for you. Have a good time.
Yep.
And then a lot of companies also, after your warranty is up, you have to buy another, you have to buy in their support after that.
mm-hmm.
They'll only support you while you're under warranty. Not ColDesi. We've been doing this for a long time. We want to see you succeed. And we just want to see you make money and hopefully come back and buy some more machines. Mm-hmm. And we're all one big happy family that way.
All right, Patricia. Okay, you're welcome, Patricia. We will go ahead and give you a call. Your account manager will give you a call.
All right. Did we miss any questions?
No, I think we're done with questions.
Okay. All right.
If we're just waiting for the hat to finish.
Yeah. And then we'll touch the multi-heads. Maybe you want to show a little software?
You can.
We'll show the
Yeah, we
software.
have somebody asking about the digitizing software, so we can go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah. Like we said, digitizing, you'll get free digitized fonts that come with it.
That's another thing. The machine does come with 4,000 stock designs and
Yeah.
200.
Forgot about those.
Yes. And 200 from Dakota Collectibles.
Yeah, which you get to
So,
choose.
That's
Basically
awesome.
embroidery clip art.
Yes.
Very high-end embroidery clip art.
Yeah, and you get to choose. You get 100 one month and then 100 the next month on the 200 that you get to choose.
And
All right.
done. Wow, look at that strange custom edition.
Cousin it.
Look at that. So that's the same design. Did you digitize these? This is actually the same file? Same file. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's beautiful.
If anybody has a problem digitizing for caps, come to one of Sean's Tech Talks.
Tech Talks. And Tech Talk is done twice a week for embroidery. They're asking, okay, somebody's asking, Keith, yes, do you offer financing programs? Yes, we
Yes,
work
we
with
do.
a third party, Adia Capital, and we will give you a call and give you their
Yeah,
contact
leasing's great.
information. Leasing is awesome, and they're great to work with. Do you teach digitizing?
Yes.
We
Show
teach
how
you
to
this.
use the software.
Exactly.
We show you how to use it, but we have lots of videos on it too, and then again we have the Tech Talk. You really have to practice with it as well.
Correct.
When you're learning, if you get a more intricate design, send it out. People are sending out their digitizing for dirt cheap. You charge your customer for that anyway.
Yeah.
A small logo people are sending out, and I hear sometimes they're paying $8, $12, and they get it back the next day, rather than spending, an hour or two. Again, your time is money. That hour or two, you could be out looking for business, you could be marketing, you could be making samples, whatever the case may be, answering phones.
Do you recommend the company to send it out to? Josh, we don't have a specific digitizer we usually recommend.
No, but if you go on Custom Apparel Startups on Facebook,
There's a couple of great ones.
they're all over the place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
What's the cost of the digitizing software?
it's $800, $799.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's a one-time purchase. The universal that comes with it, you have to repurchase it every year. And it's not web-based, okay, meaning you don't have to be on the line and all the time,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and have a really good internet connection to do so.
All right, I think we should make Sean show off the software. I think
Yes,
that's a good,
that's a good idea.
good demonstration.
Here, you can have my mic.
I need the mic.
Maybe just show the
Talking like this.
bill and
Some fill and some lettering.
because that's what most people do, right?
This is
Most
true.
people do text.
This is true. So what we'll do first, we'll show a design. We'll show the fill of it. And what we have here is we'll just open up one of the mini images that come with the software. I think there's close to 60 different images. Let's see. We'll go to the C drive. Go to users, public pictures, and your ERA images. Where did I just lost it? You've got raster images and vector images. Just for example, we'll just take the motorcycle, drag him to our digitizing area. And looking at it, you've got roughly, red, black, light blue, dark blue, green, yellow, dark gray. I love the motorcycle. Love the motorcycle. It took us, 2 seconds to drag it in. We go to embroidery, choose our art to stitch, intelligent, click OK, and within 10 seconds, we have our design digitized. So it took no time at all to do the digitizing. To modify it, as you can see, the stitch direction of this motorcycle's wheel is going this direction. So it's going to look long and flat here, short here. What we want to do is you want to change it to actually rotate or turn with the motorcycle. And it's simply just grabbing the direction, turning it, and it will then go ahead and modify it. Let's see. Do you have
a question?
Do you have to start out with great artwork? No, you don't. I've done several designs I've gotten off Google Images as just regular JPEGs, pixelated JPEGs, and digitize it. When you create your designs, you're looking at the design, you're going to leave out some sections because you know it's not going to sew very well. You're going to make some sections a little bit larger so that it will sew well. So it doesn't have to be good artwork. The better the artwork, the better it is. I'm not going to lie to you. If you can get a vectorized artwork, it's going to be nice, crisp, clean. Compared to a raster image, it's going to be more pixelated. So what is the name of the software? It is called Stitch Your Liberty. It's by Sierra. Once you've got your motorcycle, your design digitized, let's say you want to do a fill pattern for the helmet. For example, we'll change this, come up to the default, and in here you've got, is it 280?
Fill patterns.
I've never counted them. Well, we'll go ahead and I'll open up all of them. And basically,
it tells you.
you can choose, if you're doing a wood grain, choose a wood grain. You're doing a tree trunk, choose one that looks like a tree trunk. For example, I like showing off the embossed. Basically, embossed is, for example, we choose this one here. It's a fill pattern with satin stitches on top. So you get kind of a funky design. Yep, and I'll just enlarge it just so you can see the fill pattern a little bit better. I will turn off the other colors so we can just see just the helmet. As you see, it puts a fill pattern in the helmet, so you get a different design, a different look. You can modify it, change it. You want something similar to a yin-yang look. You could do multiple things to the helmet or whichever you're digitizing to get a different effect. So everything's not exactly the same. You're doing water, change it to a water effect. Make something look like it's like a river. I'm not sure if this looks like a river or not, but we're going to give it a shot. And obviously not.
No.
I will come in here and let's just open up all patterns again and just look at one that looks similar to a river, to where you want something to where it flows, and then you've got like a ripple effect in the water. So you can modify your design, your fill pattern any way you want, so that you can manipulate it to get the point across.
And how many fill patterns is it again on the Liberty that you get? So you get 280 fill patterns, and I don't know if you saw the ones with the little locks on it. Those you have to purchase.
Yeah.
Correct. Let's say once you design your design, you want to do stock lettering. Well, up here you've got 60 fonts that are pre-digitized for the software, and you've also got your TrueType fonts which are all the fonts you have on your computer or all the fonts you can download for free, or if you want to pay for them, you're looking for a specific style. I've downloaded the font that looks like ESPN, and I've downloaded a font that looks like the Disney font. So you can, gear your font directly what is your customer wants. We'll go ahead and do, we'll type in, we'll say Daytona 2016. We'll press enter. Brings it up to the screen. I'll change the color, place it, and then I come up to arrange and actually do it as an upper arc and take this text, take the arc, make it a little bit larger. You want the D to be a little bit larger than the rest of the text. Has an option. You can just grab the arrow right up here and just enlarge just that D. Make that stand out. Down the bottom, you do a straight line. We'll go back in the text, type in Bike Week. Press enter. Drag that one down below. Maybe change that color. And then you've got your text. Now, as you can see, when I do text, we've got lines that are running between each letter. So basically, if this sews out, the machine's not going to stop. It's going to stay at one continuous speed, and so the whole Daytona 2016. If you want the machine to trim between each letter, highlight it, come to your scissors, and tell it to trim between letters or trim between words. You select words, it's going to trim just between the words, but not each letter. Come up here, change letters, and we'll have it trim between each letter. Another good feature of the software is if you go to View, Simulation, we can see what the design is going to look like. As you can see, there's some trims I didn't add yet into the digitized. But you can see a simulation of what the design will look like before you sew it out.
Can I make it a little thicker? It's looking a little thin on those the D right there.
Yep, that's simply coming in here to your text, going to your stitch type, taking your density, say from 4.5 to 6.0.
Nice.
Much better.
Beautiful.
And then we'll take it and manipulate it back up to the size we had it. Go back to our view, simulation, and there's our Daytona 2016.
I like it.
Another feature of the software is you can save this as a JPEG to email to the customer if they're not close, or you can print it out if they're in the shop, have them sign it to make sure they like the colors. Has an option we can come in here and choose different style fabrics. If you're sewing this on a denim, and you select denim, apply it so you see what your design looks like on denim. If you're doing it on a plaid blanket, to see if it looks like on a plaid blanket.
That'd be horrible.
It's kind of odd, a little different there. I think one of our salespeople who likes hunting might like the plaid look. I'm not going to mention any names. But you do whatever you want, and when you print it out, you can see what it looks like, have the customer sign it, save it as a JPEG, email it to them, say, yeah, the purple, I don't like it on the navy, can we change that to a white to make it stand out better? We simply, yeah, it's not a problem. Daytona is in purple. We select it here. We'll go ahead and change it to a white. And now you got Daytona on white. And I like the white. We'll go to this green. Actually, I should have done it over here. There it is, white.
I was going to say, watch your lettering.
It's just, so you can change it to the white so you see what it looks like. Yeah, white's not showing up very well up here. I like the red. So once you've got this here, you're good to go. You can always just add your own fabric, scan your fabric in, you're sewing in a lot, save it to the list. So every time you come to the fabrics, you can select your list of fabrics that you chose. We'll go ahead and take off to clear the fabrics. And then see the green line coming across the helmet. Is that a trim stitch? From right here, no, that has not been trimmed yet. So what you'd want to do is you can select the sleeve. We can then open up our object manager on the right-hand side. And we can, so right here it says trim, change that to yes. Select the other sleeve and do the same thing. So now when we go to our simulation, we see that trim is gone. So you can add trims, take trims out anywhere you want. The software is real easy to use. Lets us know we've chose 11 colors. It's got 12,339 stitches. If we size the design, make it a little bit smaller, it will recalculate the stitch count. We're now down to 7814. So, you know, even though you did it at one size with a certain density, you can change the size. It will increase or decrease the stitch count for you.
Before you digitize it? Is after?
No, after you digitize it, once you add the stitches.
Oh.
And then size it down, you'll be able to see the size that it'll increase or decrease the stitch count for you automatically.
I thought after you digitize it, you try to increase it. You have to fill it in again.
Nope, it will do it automatically with something that you digitize. If you take it
Awesome.
a stock design, the DST, you've got a little bit of editing capabilities, but the incorporating stitches or adding stitches is not as advanced as if you digitize it yourself.
How long would you say it would take you to become familiar with the program?
If you're gung-ho about it and you're really good, I mean, I've had a guy, you know, he's done it in 24 hours. Stayed up almost all night digitizing stuff. Most customers, probably 1 to 3 months, depend on how much time you spend on the software.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to learn, you're going to do it a lot faster than someone who does it, you know, occasionally at night as a part-time job. It might take you a little bit longer. But in all, it's not necessarily hard to digitize. It's just learning the skills on where to place stitches, what fill stitch to use, what satin stitch, which underlay, pull comp. Those are the things that you want to take your time at. Got another one here, but you have to use it.
You don't have to use it, correct. You
No.
don't have to.
No, I mean, a lot of times when I train customers, you know, if they got designs that they job out to somebody, I always tell them that if they have time to digitize it themselves, create it when they get it back from where they sent it out, compare what you did compared to what they did, and then you'd be able to see, like, okay, this is the reason they did it this way. Was it because they had to make this work? So, you know, it's always, I always say to at least try to digitize. You know, if you're still sending it out, just to get familiar with the software so that maybe down the road you can do it. And you can come back for the digitizing class as many times, you know, as you want to come to our class and sign up for it. As long as you have our software, it's pretty much unlimited. And plus you've got all the tech talks and everything else that we do to help you out. So is there any other questions about the software that I can answer? Let's see, is the software different from the Palette 10 or is that different software? Yeah, the Palette 10 I'm not really familiar with. We don't sell it. Ours is probably does the same thing. I'm not sure. It just all depends on the tools. But the Palette 10 is not our software, Patricia. Any other questions? Still charge $20 and digitize yourself, extra profit. Exactly, Josh, exactly.
Josh said still charge $20 to do your own digitizing.
Yes.
Keep your money in your pocket.
Definitely. All right, if there are no other questions, I will turn this back over to the two ladies, Dawn and Iris, and we'll go back to showing them on screen. Show yours.
Thank you, Sean.
Hello, we're back.
So again,
Final question.
digitizing isn't for everybody. I talked to a guy last week who's been doing this for 30 years and has never digitized anything. But again, like Josh says, keep your money in your pocket and charge the customer $20 because that is the going average. It's what I hear is $20 to $25 for you know, a logo. We have another question.
Patricia's asking, what is the name again for the software? It is Stitch Era Liberty, made by Sierra.
Yeah. And if you'd like to see more examples of it, just get in contact with your account manager and they can send you out some videos. We have, you know, probably what, 8-10 hours of training videos we can send you if you want to take a look at them. And again, all of our training is also backed up on these videos too that you'll have in your possession. So if you're struggling with something, you'll have that as a backup, okay?
Yep.
You know, but like I said,
Yeah, plus with the training, you've got in-house training, you've got online self-paced training, as well as an online training that you can sign up for with our lead trainer in the New Jersey office.
and then like we keep saying, Tech Talk every Wednesday and Friday. We have that as well.
Yep.
So,
You're welcome, Patricia.
all right. So we have any other questions? I think we're good, unless we're missing one. Let's see. Yeah, just
No,
scroll.
I think we are good.
We are good.
All right, well, if you have any additional questions, if you want to know the specials are running this month, we have some good things going on this month, let us know, shoot us an email, give us a call.
Send them a flare.
Be happy to help you get going or expand, and we can help you do the networking. We can help you
Definitely will.
upgrade to multi-heads when you need to. Remember, it's all about your time, it's all about your money. We hope you
Thanks,
make
guys.
lots of it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Have a great one.
Good night.